Okay, charm. Charm, improve relations with people, socialize with nobles, do barters. I've gotten very little charm on my practice because I've barely socialized with nobles. But right off the bat, we can take either Icebreaker, which is when you first introduce yourself to a lord, 10% chance to gain 2 relation with them. That seems really weak. Diplomacy, which is just straight up reduced barter penalty. That sounds way better. Just better prices on barters for the whole game. I'm taking that. Wait, this isn't Pokemon? Pokemon is less than 1% of the videos I've uploaded on my channel. Fun fact. Leadership. Maintain high morale in your party. Assemble and lead armies. So an army would be if you have a kingdom, I believe, which I've actually never joined a kingdom in this specific game, in Bannerlord. Small XP bonus per day to the whole party. God, that sounds so good. I've been trying to get that on my other character, but my other character sucks at leadership. Or raise the make medium experience bonus per day to tier 1 through 3 troops. I like that more. That's actually a huge benefit because that is getting your early guys up, you know? Whereas the later guys, they're not going to die as easy. They have an easier time leveling up in general. I like raise the meek. Right off the bat, that is going to get us up and running way faster than almost any other skill in the game, I gotta say. Just finished binging Romania Hearts of Iron 4 campaign. I hope you liked it. Romania is a fun country to play. 6% more horse hit points. Why not? It's not much, but whatever keeps your horse alive. Your horse dying or getting knocked out in the middle of a fight can really be a death sentence. Ride on the map with as much speed as possible. Fight on horseback, gaining speed bonus. Yeah. And this increases your horse speed, horse maneuver, and max mount difficulty. I find having either really high athletics or riding is really important. You need to rock at least one of them because they're your movement skills. Athletics is on foot. And actually, the skills on foot for athletics are really cool. Athletics is more viable than it was in the previous games. Then I can start gaining stuff like having more arrows or thrown weapons while on horseback. Squires increase party size, or sharpshooter. More accuracy on horseback for if you're a horse archer, which I'll be taking that because I'm going to do some horse archery for sure. Bows are a combat skill. So we have one spare focus point. Where do we have a cap right now? Do we have anywhere that there's a cap right now that we think we're going to immediately push? I'm tempted to go stewardship. Influence, if ruler, would be good in the long run. More money from villages. Oh, both would be good in the long run. I don't know how hard influence is to get. You guys might have to research that for me. Horse archers are OP. Interesting to know. My horse archers did crap when I played a little bit offline, but it was just companions with good bow skill and good horse skill, but no skills to actually fire on horseback, so they were pretty bad. Then it was like 2 of them. I've got to say I'm pretty tempted to go bow on this one, just so that we can really get a combat skill rolling early. Then archery is really satisfying in this game. Trade is also very tempting, and so is smithing, because I want to get my smithing going early. You know what? I'm taking the early point in smithing, because we have passable endurance, which is why we can get a bit in this, but our learning rate still isn't great. We only have a 5 in it. And smithing can be very fun and profitable, and I think in the long run it's going to be super fun. I'm going to take the point in that. So our learning rate is up, and our cap is up. Good. All right. I'm going to hit done, so we've accepted that. All right. And our starting quests, yeah, investigate the Nezer's Folly or whatever it is, talk to some nobles, and then rebuild our clan, which is literally just letting you know how to get to a next clan thing. So a companion is like a hero. We want to hire a hero. Heroes are more important in this than the previous one, if you ask me. And heroes are pretty important in Warband. Get to clan tier 1, which will get us more companion limit. Gather 20 men, and increase our dinars by 1,000, so get to a total of 2,000. Let's do it. So where are we in the world right now? This is the Southern Kingdom. Is that what these guys are called? Southern Empire. So I'm going to do a quick breakdown on the sections of the map. They're a little bit hard to tell right now, but you'll get used to it with time, I promise. It helps if you go Google the wiki to look at a map where it's just color-coded. So this is the Empire, is this flag, and this flag. So this big chunk of the map. They've split into Southern Empire, Western, and Northern, I think? Northern, Southern, Western. Yep. These guys are equivalent of the old horseback nomads in the east. They have the teal. Up here, we have the equivalent of the Nords. In fact, Varcheg is right up there. So you can see all of that up there. Over here, these kind of Celtic-looking guys, they're kind of the British Celtish, kind of, because this is before the British. They tend to be really good archers. Far, far west, you have the kind of vaguely French people. They're really good at cavalry. And down here, you have the kind of North African, kind of Turkish guys, you know, the desert horses, the merchants, those kinds of guys. And yeah, the Empire, the different branches of the Empire are kind of supposed to be vaguely Roman. You know, they like their heavy troops. They like their heavy cavalry, heavy infantry, their spears, their tower shields, stuff like that. And I think each one of the branches of Empire fight a little differently. They're having like a succession crisis, I believe. Can you get strange armor in this? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. But I agree. Stewardship is really important. In fact, that's something I forgot. I want to set my clan role immediately to quartermaster. So clan roles are new. You can give a clan role to one clan role to yourself or any companion, and you have a scout, engineer, quartermaster, surgeon. Probably more once you like make an empire. But right now it's just this. Quartermaster gives you more party capacity based on stewardship. Surgeon gives you more, dictates who will use their medical skill to heal everybody. Engineer dictates who will use their engineering to do siege stuff and repairing and stuff. Scout will determine who uses their scout skill to give you up-to-date information and tracks and, you know, see farther on the map. So quartermaster is really good to have for yourself because it's helping you build up that stewardship, which will be good in the long run for when you start managing villages later in the game. So getting that early, it's just smart. Will we be seeing wars between these kingdoms and empires? Yes. Oh yeah, they're going to be fighting each other lots, I'm sure. So I'm thinking the first thing I do, I'm just going to visit the nearest major city, which is Poros in the Southern Empire. We're going to go visit and see what we're working with here. So we've got $1,000. Who's the local wanderer here in the tavern? What time is it for you? Almost 3 p.m. We're not going to go for... Oh, I don't need a tutorial game. I'm not going to go for too long because WrestleMania's today and I have a premiere on YouTube soon, but I want to stream a lot of this just because I'm such a Mount Blade fan. Ransom broker. Now, you can just talk to them in another menu, but I kind of want to show off how nice the taverns look. And you can just like talk to any person in here if you want to. You leave that daughter alone or sleepy Trudoros? Tarados. We'll hear about it. Sounds Spanish? But I'm not in a Spanish-speaking country, so I don't know. I don't hear Spanish words that often. Game host? Yeah, each country has their own board game you can play. How cool is that? Mercenaries I could hire. There's the Wanderer. So what's she all about? Actually, if I hit N, this is a menu that there's no button for either than a hotkey on your keyboard, so you might not notice this. But, hey, if you hit the N button, you get an encyclopedia. It's incredibly useful. So I'm going to go to heroes. Female. I want wanderers, because those are people you can hire. And what was her name? She is Thalia. Thalia or Thalia? I don't know. The Wanderer. So she's athletics, riding. She's got some decent melee combat skills. Okay. She seems to be a bit of a general warrior. She seems to excel more in melee combat. And she could be on foot or on horseback. I could make her like basically my squire, you know? Have her fight on horseback with a sword and a spear. She's daring. So valor +1. Okay. Okay, so she's just straight up a fighter. Okay. Do you plan to play Digimon World again? Hell yeah, I do. Not sure when, but I do plan to. Yeah, the Empire is basically in a three-way civil war. They're having a secession crisis about who should be the next emperor. Like, one thinks the military should rule, another is, like, supporting, like, I think the eldest son, and another is supporting, like, the second eldest son, something like that. Okay, so she's a general warrior. Let's learn her story and hear how much she's charging. We probably don't have the money yet, but there's no threat in introducing ourselves. Finally had debts to pay, so I joined the army. I guess I always liked men's work more than women's work. The legions took hill women as scouts, but I was never the hidey sneaky type, so I did what I did to be in the spear line. Okay, so she is a straight-up melee fighter. Dressed as a man, of course, weren't too difficult to do. Not hard to fool men. Bound my breasts and watched where I pissed. That it was easy. I love the dialogue in these games. She talks like, you know, a working class soldier. I like that. She's just one of the boys. You know what happened? Great Lord Neretes led the legions to the desperate. I think that was Neretes' folly. I think that was the emperor who might have died that caused the secession crisis, but I don't fully know the lore. I'm taking the Charmeleon. That's a weird fish challenge. It's Charmander that's a weird fish, my friend. The end of the army life wasn't for me. Yeah. Don't care about glory hounding lords leading me to death, but I still like to fight. There's always work for the brave and the resourceful. The merchants give me hey, I'm a merchant. Guarding caravans? I'd gladly have you guard my caravan. Between jobs, I like to see someone like you in my company. She's charging less than 900. You know what? Good price. We need the money right now for trading, but let's keep that in mind. We might hire her later. When will you be streaming Pokemon Shield again? I'm not sure. I've just been real busy. Okay. So, this game has a crafting mechanic. And if it already looks really cool and in-depth, it's because it is. It's really cool. We need to buy some resources for it, though. Or get a village that can get us the resources. That'd be nice. But that might be a little ways off. Oh, you know, this is my first stream since getting a new audio cable, by the way, for my my microphone. I think my old one was just a little bit low or a little bit old and slightly a little cold. You probably won't hear anything different, to be honest, the way I have it set up. Just be aware. Just be aware. Right, I wanted to trade. Also, welcome to Southern Ontario, everybody. Where when I ask Alexa what the weather is, it's like, it's freezing, don't open the window, it's freezing. I'll open the window, now I'm boiling. What the hell? What the hell? I know, right? What is going on? Welcome to Southern Ontario. It can't make up its mind on the weather, ever. Okay. I would love to get some food variety early, because that would help me get stewardship and help me get, I think it was leadership based in that, having high morale. But mostly stewardship, because I am the quartermaster. But I need trade goods, to be honest. The biggest thing I need right now is just to make a little bit of money. Let's turn this 100 or this 1,000 into a solid 2,000 plus. It's boiling cold outside. That's a great way to describe Canada. Southern Ontario specifically. It's boiling cold outside. It is either way too abruptly hot or way too cold, and it's never what it was an hour ago. It's awful. Bannerlord seems worth the wait. I like that name. Mountain Blade, Bannerlord. There you go. That's the new name. Okay. So, are they selling hardwood at a good price? No, they're selling hardwood at a terrible price. You can see the name, the number there, the 35 there is in red. By the way, I'll be covering up a bit of my side of the inventory, I know, but you can see my money in the bottom right, so it's not that big a deal. This seems to be the only major thing that I cover up in anyway, my face and my chat, so it seems to be the best place for it, but there really is no great place. Okay. Favorite Dragon Ball Z character? Yamcha. Okay. Hardwood is a bad price. Are they selling iron ore for a good price? It's a somewhat passable price. Okay, what are they selling for a good price right now? I'm looking for green colors. Oh. They're selling pottery at a good price, and they do have a lot of pottery. I don't know where I can sell it for better, though. Yeah, we don't have any trade secrets yet, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just going to buy as much pottery as I can. Oh, God, but my carry capacity is terrible. You know what? Let's hire a few people. I don't want to slow myself down. Oh, there's one Imperial recruit who can be hired. Okay. Okay, pack animals it is. Let's buy a mule. That increases the carry capacity by a lot, just having a mule to carry it for us. By a massive amount. Horses are good too for movement speed and carry capacity, but I need a mule just because I need something cheap. Mules don't help with speed, they simply help with carry capacity. Which is important in its own way. Why do you pronounce Dragon Ball Z as Dragon Ball Z? I'm Canadian? That's how that letter is pronounced in like every country but America. And so for me, it's just habit from growing up in a country that doesn't pronounce it the American way. Okay, I'm going to buy some pottery. You will pay 800. What? Oh, I'm buying 8. Don't need 8. I I need like two. Two of them will do. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting used to the new mechanic there. The new trade menu. It is better, but it's a little weird. You got to get used to it. So that's the best without going over my limit. I can't afford that, though. So if I do something like that. Okay, so I am paying 54 per pot. I need to sell them for more than 54. Let's keep that in mind. There we go. All right, I'm just one guy, so it's a little risky moving out on my own. However, I also move very quickly because I'm just one guy with a horse. So I'm going to get moving. I'm just going to avoid fights for a little bit. Let's make our early money. Let's get that part of our quest done early. Looters, those are the weakest enemy in the game. So we're just going to ride to this nearby town. So this one is Western Empire, so these two are not on great terms. I don't know if they're actively at war right now. Are there any wars going on? If you give me kingdoms here. Oh yeah, that's my diplomacy with them all. Wars. Oh god, there's a lot of wars going on right now. Hidden Hand. What is that? They're a mafia. They're at war with all the empires. That's interesting. Okay. Border friction. That's a good way to put it. Okay. These guys will buy pottery for 215 each. Oh, man. We immediately got 2,000 gold and gained a whole level up because we gained 10 skill points in trade. I've never gained that much in trade in one go. That's amazing. Keep in mind, we had very little and a high learning rate, but my god, look at that. We now already have better trade than my other character. That is the biggest profit I've ever seen from a single trade of like only 13 pieces of pottery, which is kind of a low value trade good. I didn't know these guys were having such a shortage. I should go back and buy some more pottery and sell it here. The exchange rate won't be as good as that one, but I got more money, you know? Okay, increase the sell price for trade goods. Also, your profits are marked. That sounds good. Appraiser is profits are marked, and that's good for selling equipment, for if you're like fighting and raiding. Okay, you guys know I'm a merchant, wholesaler. 5% increased sale price for trade goods, and my profits are marked. There we go. And we've already gotten a level up. So level ups you get by getting enough skill points in anything. So we have 5, and once we're at 10, we get another point. Every 3 levels is an attribute point to power up 3 of these. And then every level that's not that, you get a focus point. Maybe I just want to put another focus point in trade early. Keep the speed of that going up high, because it's going to get me some early level ups, and that means focus points. You want to invest early focus points on things that are either about to cap out, or things that will quickly get you level ups, you know? Pottery smash! That was way fast. That was way louder than I thought it was going to be. Sorry. It's just terrible. All right, I'm spending the focus point on trade. Look at that speed. That learning rate is fantastic, and our cap is at 90. That is very high for us. Okay, let's make some money. Is there anything that we can easily sell back to the previous place? Hold on, what was the name of that place? We want to go back to Poros. Is there anything we can buy here that sells well in Poros? Okay, grapes sell at a decent markup there. Is there anything that's worth very little here? Wine is cheap here, and it sells at Poros for a lot. Let's sell wine. We can afford all 18 of this wine. What else sells well in Poros? See, we only have trade rumors on some products. Okay, fur sells well in Poros. There we go. All right, let's go make some money. So we bought this at 76 and we bought this at 49. We'll try our best to remember that. 49 and 76. Okay. All right, we're going back to Poros. This is how a merchant usually starts. This is a great way to start your save file in a game like Mount & Blade. Because a lot of people have an issue with money early on, and this also helps you get some early levels. This is how you play a caravan early. That's a big markup for both. It's not massive, but it's definitely enough. Look at that. Yeah, that's a profit, and we got a point to trade off that. Okay, we need more food, for sure. We can buy grain here. Not a great price, honestly. We could probably go to a village and buy grain at a better price. Pokemon Stadium is going to be good because you and Woody and Goose it. Thank you. I really like that series so far. You're doing a trader right now in the villages around Pancornic. That's one of the places far out west, right? Sell clay cheaply, typically, and Sargot usually buys high. Thank you for letting me know. Just being a dude on a horse is open. Yeah, your movement speed is very good on the map if you're one guy with a horse. But obviously your combat ability is just about useless being one guy with a horse. Like, I'm not even wearing armor. I am not a combat guy right now. I am literally just a merchant. Okay. None of these foods are really being sold at a great price, and I don't desperately need them. I just wouldn't mind food variety for the little bit of party morale. They have a good price on wine, but the wine is still kind of expensive. Iron ore here, not a good price. Hardwood, definitely not a good price. They were selling... What were they selling at a really good price again that I was selling elsewhere? It was pottery. Ah, they have no pottery left? Yeah, whatever pottery they have has been bought up either by... Oh, no, there's some there. Never mind. The price isn't as good as before, but it's still good. Okay, 2,000. That's good. I can purchase another horse. Or another mule. You know, I should get another horse. This one is a little bit better than my current horse, so I'll use this one. It's a little bit higher speed, higher charge damage, higher tier of horse in general. A little bit lower health, actually. Better maneuver. But I need the maneuvering more than anything because I'm fighting from horseback. A saddle horse maneuver is worse. Yeah, I'd rather this. So I'll buy that, switch it out for my horse. I don't want 8 horses. I always do that by accident, sorry. There we go. Spare horse. It helps a little bit with speeding up your troops that don't normally have a horse, so I do need another mule. It's so weird how they do that. There, that increased my cap. Then if I go back to pottery, I'm buying all of their pottery. Okay, this is near my money limit. So I'm buying this for 65 a piece. Okay. I thought the price was... Hold on. If I reset that, wasn't the price better than that a moment ago? 57. Okay. And then it says 65 over there. Okay, so the number I'm paying is correct. Okay. Okay. It's interesting how they do that. That is odd. Get another mule. And then get... There. God, that's such a strange menu. Swap those. There we go. I'm happy with that. Do you think it's hard to beat Dragon Ball Z team training with only a starter? No. Not with a starter. The starters get incredibly powerful. Anything that doesn't evolve tends to be very, very weak in that game. Okay. I'm happy with this trade. And then we're going to go sell over here again. So we bought for, what was it, 57, I want to say? 57 a pot? 56 a pot is what we bought that at. Okay. So it just sets the number here when I'm just in my Oh, it's changing rapidly now. Okay. Sells incredibly high at Zionica, which is here. Okay. Because this is where I was going anyway, so I guess it makes sense. Of course, I'd have trade rumors for the places I'm going to. That is such good starting money. Up another 3 points in trade. I am 1 skill point away from a level up right now to get to level 3. We haven't even gotten in a fight yet. What a strong start. Okay. Okay, that was kind of the big trade that seems to be done there. Oh, hold on. No, leather can be sold at Poros for a good price. It's a shame that they have so little leather. Fur can be sold at Poros for a decent price. I don't like the price of anything else here. Actually, the price of grain is fine. I'll get 2 more bags of grain just to stay fed. Okay. And do I maybe want to get a little bit of armor now? Because we, you know, we're dressed like a merchant. The bow and the sword we have are fine for now. What I care about is having a good horse, for one. And having decent horse armor, like a harness or something that has decent armor so my horse doesn't just keel over immediately. I also need a good shield. I actually have no shield right now, and that's a problem, because you want a big shield. Range damage in this game is pretty dangerous. Reinforced Kite Shield is a large shield class, but is it really that big? I don't know. It's kind of heavy, but I need something that can take a hit, you know? And this thing has 400 hit points. I'm going to take it. I'll spend a little bit of money on getting myself a shield, because I really do need one. Okay, and we sell the fur and the leather back at the other place, and then we're probably going to start relocating, because we've kind of done the big trade here for now. We got to give them time to kind of fix the market, you know, for people to buy up all the goods we're putting at these new towns, for the prices to kind of start to go back to normal a little. You can't just trade between two towns over and over and expect the market to stay the same. There we go. Trade skill 30. So out of curiosity, what's our next level of trade? And we did level up there. So our next thing is at 50. We pick between paying less wage for workshop and your party can carry more weight. That's good. What's combat like in this game? Awesome. I'll show you some soon. Or caravan master. We pay less for wages on caravans and our party can carry more weight. Okay, those are both good. I don't know what I'd rather do. We'll see when the time comes. Trade penalty reduction, just for having trade. The more trade points we have, the more the trade penalty reduction is reduced. So that's very valuable to me, because that simply increases profit margins. Okay, we can spend another point. Leadership and tactics are tempting. Stewardship is tempting, because that's something we're going to need the whole game. Workshops seem better in the long run. I tend to agree with that, but I was watching a video from the Social Gamers earlier today. They just came back after like 2 years hiatus. They're a channel where they teach people Hearts of Iron, where they teach people a few things, but they're mostly known for Europa Universalis 4. And they just came back after like 2 years, like a couple days ago, to do tips videos on this. And they did a video today saying caravans cost a lot up front and they're not profitable for a week or two while they build up a reserve of gold. But then after that, they can start being really profitable, like 3,000 dinars a day sending back to you. So that's cool. Makes you want to play Bannerlord so much. It's good. It is very much worth saving up for. Have a solid state hard drive though, or sorry, a solid state drive. Because I've heard load times, if you have it on a hard drive, is quite poor. I could always go more smithing. I kind of want to just take another point in bow, just so we can get bow skill really fast, so we can become combat proficient. But riding would also be good for that. There's so much we could take. And then more trade, because good God, trade is just such a good skill for money making. I don't know. I don't know what we need. Stewardship is easy to get up once we have people. I'm going to take a point in bow. There. Our learning rate is very high, and our cap is at 110. That might be the highest cap we have of any skill. Yeah, because nothing has 3 focus points in it but bow, and our control is 3, which is fairly good. You're on a hard drive and load times are fine. Your overall performance is awful, though. Oh, my performance is great. I'm streaming this and recording it at the same time and playing it on the highest settings. GPU usage 60%, CPU 20. This game is actually surprisingly well optimized for an early access game that's been out for less than a week. Or a week? Something like that. Okay, so bow accuracy, bow damage, and max usability of bows. Okay. And of course, learn rate. I will accept that. So I want to start getting companions early because I want to start building up their skills early. Here's what we're going to do. We need to figure out who's going to be our medic. Let's make a high priority on getting them early. So what we're going to do is hit N. Heroes. We want wanderers. So this is every wanderer in the game currently. So we start looking at them. Like, this guy has some tactics skill. That's kind of cool. He's not very good at fighting. He must be like a noble or something. Generous and daring. I want people who are generally honorable because I'm not a bandit, you know? Right? We've met her. She's pretty cool. Break Skull. Wow. Oh, that is a Nordic-looking man. He's very good with two-handed weapons. Cruel and daring. He's probably like a Viking. Long Knife here is a bit of a rogue. Devious, yeah. I want some with medic skill. There's a few people with medic skill. So I'm trying to find them early. Okay, well, the healer probably has it. Yep, she has decent medicine skill of 60. I think that's about the best you're going to start with. She's devious, though. Medic skill on her, Willow Bark. Let's keep an eye out for her. She's merciful. I like that.